Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Mike Bonnell there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, There's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak.
And this will be caught at the 30.
The greatest show on earth, baby.
Touchdown, Washington.
Complete.
Deshaun Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
7. Eagles, nothing. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the slant.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And now look at him go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
3-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Washington
out of the gun, running with Cohen. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
this is Cohen.
At the 45-yard line.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Prescott took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's caught by Jackson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through, and it's 3-0 Washington. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No game.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
This is Coleman. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Big yardage that time for Washington, 47 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Now a carry for Lindsey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Right side caught by Jackson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
To Deshaun.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And the Washington 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Philip Lindsey, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 9 now. He'll drop this down to Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Kevin Coleman.
Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Bell there on the tackle.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
And 2.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
And Sanders pulled it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
from the shotgun. It's Prescott.
40-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And again, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jason Sanders for the...
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught at the 20. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 16.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. center's kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here's Cohen now to return. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen taps and picks it. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
They'll take over.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On first down, Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jeremy Chin. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Going for Metcalf, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
First and 10 at the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
I got two.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Here we go.
Touchdown, Washington. Phillip Lindsay
Touchdown.
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
10-10.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Well, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
On the play. And it's third down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Jackson on
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Switch. Check 52.
They will run again with Coleman. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Watch the twist.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be second and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On first down. It's Coleman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 23. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing his Hurts. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They go play action with Hurts. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are back within a score.
For the extra point.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this carries into the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Another run by Lindsey. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
On the play. First down, Washington.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Prescott from the gun, and he completes it to Cohen. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Hey, they scared. They scared. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Who that? Who that?
from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 30 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 31-31. Jason Sanders set to
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Lindsey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's a gain of 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Right at midfield.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. It's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, wouldn't...
And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
7-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
1 yard.
As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well on the coverage.
Now Prescott. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
The Washington 1st down.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from 52, and this for the win. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, but it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To the air again, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, he takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. And that will be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there always is, especially in overtime. Gotta punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Everybody scoot up.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a man back from a serious knee injury. It's Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike by 5. Mike 55. Mike by 5.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Eagles, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season.